So the water supply protection area covers an area of approximately 1,580 square kilometres. It is a unique area of environmental significance with a demonstrated high connectivity between groundwater and surface water resources. The Northern Region Sustainable Water Strategy of 2000 acknowledged this and endorsed the development of the Conjunctive Management Plan. The plan was the first of its kind in Victoria. It's a statutory plan that was approved by the Water Minister in 2012, and it was developed through extensive engagement with landowners and stakeholders. A consultative committee was appointed, which required 50% of those members to be landowners in the Upper Ovens. Public meetings were held during the development of the plan, and the plan was supported by licence holders in the committee, and this included a 5-year licence renewal period, which is a requirement under a statutory plan. So why do we undertake licence renewals? Licence renewals is an important part of protecting the environment. As part of the renewal assessment, any impact that extraction may be having on the environment and water resources is taken into account. Licence renewals ensure that no licence is having a long-term impact on surrounding users and the environment. The renewal process treats all licence holders equally and holds every licence to account. Within the Upper Ovens, this is particularly important due to the high environmental features within the catchment, which the plan aims to protect. So, initiated in 2014, the annual licence renewal project transitioned more than 5,000 taken use licences and work licences from annual licences to a licence which was implemented under the annual renewal project, and this was a 5-year renewal licence term. This project was fully funded by customer contributions and approved as part of Water Plan 3, which was our pricing period from 2012 to 2016. As a result of this funding, customers were not invoiced for licence renewals back in 2015. So that background pretty much gets us to why we're here today or this evening. Licence renewal fees. So under a statutory plan, we must renew licences every 5 years. These renewal costs cover the administration, processing of applications and property inspections. It is a cost-neutral exercise. We only recover the costs for undertaking this activity. GMW annually reviews this fee and others to ensure that costs only are recovered. Back in 2013-14, in the regulated space, for example, the licence renewal fee was $814. That is now today $700. There's certainly been some feedback received from people around the issuing of the licence fee in regards to our annual pricing. And I think it's just important that we recognise that our current pricing and tariffs are reflective of the outcomes of the 2013 Diverters strategy. An outcome of this determined that our service points, not the licence volumes, were the main driver of GMW's costs. The next couple of slides goes a little bit to what Cameron was referring to, and that distinction between the activities we undertake in our licence renewal inspections versus our annual ongoing fees. And listed on the screen is our current tariffs, and that is a service fee per account for the managing and processing of accounts, customer queries, service point fees per metered or unmetered service point, which refers to compliance, deeming of unmetered sites, inspections and maintaining and replacing of broken meters. Access fee, which is for stream flow monitoring and implementation of restrictions, managing water allocations and rationing and water ordering, investigating and resolving interference or supply issues, developing water access policies like improving water trading to the benefit of licence holders, and finally our resource management fee, which is there for the developing and reviewing of resource management plans to ensure the long-term sustainability of the water resource you access, providing seasonal summaries and outlooks to help you plan for your future water use, the monitoring and analysing and presenting water resource information to help you make informed decisions about your water use, and protecting your interests on key issues like the Murray-Darling Basin Plan and sustainable water strategies. So the next slide is the table that Andrew was referring to, and that table refers to our typical customer bill for groundwater and surface unregulated customers, comparing our current financial year, the 1920 year, to what that looks like for the first year of our next pricing period, which is Water Plan 5, where we refer to it, the 2020-21 year. But, and notwithstanding Andrew's comments, but G&W, we're continually reviewing our costs, and the business is undergoing a major transformation, both in structure and process, and we're endeavouring to remain affordable and efficient for our customers. I know Andrew referred to the small customers in groundwater, for example. There's a 17% price decrease for small customers, large customers 14%. In surface water, unregulated, 15% for small customers, 11% for large customers. And notwithstanding Andrew's comments, I'd just like to point out there would be very few utilities that I'm aware of that are actually offering these type of price reductions to their customers in their annual charges. Now, the licence fee renewal process is a separate process that we are obligated to undertake. And I think that's the connection, and I know it multiplies you on top of your bill, and I understand where Andrew's coming from, but it is a separate fee that we are legislated to undertake these renewal processes. And with that inspection and with that process comes costs to the business, and they are costs. We only recovered the costs. That's a very important point to make, and we're continually, annually reviewing our costs in relation to these. So just finally, and I'll wrap up the presentation, we're always available to talk to regarding payment options. So, please contact our customer contact centre team if you feel that you need to speak to someone about your individual circumstances, and we'll certainly provide some assistance in that regard.